Hey everybody, hello. Good to see you guys. It's here on a Tuesday. I'm still in the midst of my workout, so I'm coming at you. Naked face, still sweaty. Just got done getting my steps in, gonna go sauna. So yeah, you guys, I have a sauna at my house. That's how serious I am about release the toxins. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things today because I have seen where, and I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, but you guys, I was doing some more research and just listening to some industry professionals, and I just want to share with you a couple of things. We have seen a trend, and really right now what's happening in the network marketing industry is that you have a lot of companies that are closing. You have a lot of companies that are going actually direct to consumer or an affiliate program. Now, mind you, there are some companies out there that are, and I'm going to talk about things that you should be looking for because, this was one of the reasons, and you guys, I've actually lived this. So I'm not talking out of two sides of my mouth. I have seen this happen. I probably should be the last person that should still be a field leader in this industry because of the things that I have experienced. But the reason why I am here is because I love what this industry can do for people. I truly do. But I want to talk about some things, and I'm going to talk about some specific companies where I see this trend happening and what is going on. I had not heard through the grapevine. I don't have a lot of friends that I'm very close to in Rodan and Fields, and that's unfortunate. It really is. I had this happen with the company that I was with prior to the last company that I just left in order to be with my current company. But here's the thing, is that this industry it's in transition. And there are new things that are attracting people into this industry. And so I think it's going to be forever changed. I think that, they're going to have to release the chains and the leashes that they have on a lot of their consultants because the industry has dipped. There's no doubt about it. You know what, you guys, consumerism has dipped, period, across the board. But network marketing still serves about 1 billion people worldwide, and it helps people put food on the table. Okay, that's one thing. There are still great things about this industry that I love. But there are things that you do have to be aware of that I want to talk about that should cause some red flags. And this is what was causing me red flags for the last year and a half when I was formerly with Mon8, and I'm still seeing it. And I'm going to speak to that specifically here in just a second. Okay, I am not using scare tactics. I'm a realist, and I'm also a business owner. I am a business person. And so when I look at trends and I look at things that are happening, is that you can't lie about numbers. Numbers are forever finite. So the one thing that I want to share with you, and what the red flags were, and the reason why I even left the company that I was with before Mon8, and then they closed a week later that commissions were due, is because you have to wave in everything that your intuition is telling you and everything that's on paper and everything that's happening. So with that being said, there's just a couple of things, and I made a list here that I wanted to share with you because I have a checklist when I'm looking at things that are happening, and I see companies that are struggling, or companies that are doing things that are really incongruent with ethics. And and I love what John Maxwell said. You can't teach a course on ethics or teach people ethics because you either have it or you don't. Okay, so this is why this is so important to me, and what happened over this past really last couple of months with a lot of these companies is that the signs were there. The signs are there. Okay, when you look at what's going on, you look at corporate layoffs, and you guys, I'm going through my list. The declining amount of sales. You guys, in our height back, honey, was that November 2020 or 2021? 21? Okay, so I'm sorry. So I just blanked out there. So in November of 21, okay, during that whole Q3 of 21, we consistently had $50 million in sales or more, okay? Based on their projections of telling people that they paid out $8.3 million in commissions, means that last month they did about 16 or 17 million. on our team, we had 99.9% of the sales, and the highest month that we had was November of 21 at 72 million for our team. And I believe overall, the entire company did about 80 million, okay? So you look at those trends. Now, when I had my last full month in April of this year with Monat, okay, we did, and April was typically it's a better month for us. It was 21 million. We hadn't broken $25 million in sales in I don't know how long. This was like numbers from back from 2017, 2018. Okay. So, again, so when you look at that, you look at how many sales are they running? Are they decreasing CV to get paid? Are they paying zero CV? Okay. The other thing is that wrongful terminations, right, left, and sideways. And I'm going to tell you something else is that a lot of these companies, and again, I have seen other companies that have done this. They put in there that they can terminate for no reason, or they can terminate because they can make up fake compliance files against you like they did with me. And you guys, I'm telling you, I have all of the documentation for all of this. Every single bit of it. The next 2 weeks will be very telling. And again, there are other industry leaders that have lawsuits against their own companies because we are out here advocating that companies cannot build on the backs of people and then all of a sudden dismiss them. And that is what, we're seeing as a trend that's happening. So the other thing is too, how many compensation plans has it changed? I know for a fact that in the last year and a half to 2 years that we were there, that it had changed 3, maybe 4 times, and then they went back and fixed something that wasn't working, and then it still wasn't working, and then they raised prices, and it still didn't make any difference because we were still getting paid, less commissions. The other fact is too is that, and again, the level of people showing up. Okay, there is a fundamental thing when you start seeing the attendance declining on calls, attendance declining at events, and that is another huge red flag. So how do you go, and again, how do you go, and let's just say this, and Monat did release a statement, and I want to be very factual about this, because I am going to talk about Monat, but doTERRA also, they have a lot of things against them as well as Modere. So why do these companies think that they can take some of their best people, some of their dedicated people that have been there for years, that have built their company alongside with them, right? And then just throw you out like a piece of trash? That's what I'm saying. The thing about it is that as a field leader in this industry and being a expert, being a student of this industry, is that I have never seen the stuff that has happened over the last 2 years of my 25-year career. So I just want to share this with you, is that they had released a statement on company letterhead, and all falsehoods, and I've talked about this before, but I want to just point this out. Ms. Vanschoyck made millions of dollars in commissions over a 10-year period and gained access to a worldwide stage she would have never obtained on her own. You know what? That's, you guys, and anybody that knows me know that I poured my heart and my soul into that company. And all of the stuff that's happening right now, I'm just going to say, we had leaders that came to us and said something to us, every single one. And we were the ones advocating and going to bat because we wanted to help the company turn around. We didn't make those decisions, okay? It's just like what Rodan and Fields just did, making those decisions. It's what doTERRA has done, making their decisions. And this is all a matter of public record, you guys, but there is still validity in this industry. Couple of things that if you are seeing these red flags, you have to truly ask yourself, are you going to continue on when you know that there are questions that you're asking that are not being answered, or they're being swept under the carpet? No, you have to approach this as a business owner. Your name, your integrity is everything. So Bree, you asked me if you think it's going to dissolve to affiliates. They already bypassed all of you and they're selling on Amazon. That was a massive no for me. Huge no. You guys can look it up. It's a matter of public record with doTERRA. It's really sad to see. I've actually been a customer of theirs for 12 years. I will no longer be purchasing from them based on the conversations that I've had with people that I trust in that company. And I hate to say it, but those are the facts, right? And I only deal in facts, and I only deal in things that you have validity and proof of. Okay? But my whole point is, we as field leaders are not going to let companies push, distributors around. The field, you guys, the field is your number one commodity in this industry. Number one commodity. And so therefore, as a lot of these companies are bypassing going to affiliate programs, is that they've built up a name brand so much so that they think that they can just bypass their brand partners or their market partners or their consultants or reps. That's not the case of what happened. And you guys, in the last company that I was in, when they did that, people put their foot down and said, absolutely not. We're not buying your product anymore. This was, all of these people, they were the ones that carried this business for you. They were the ones that built their own brand. They were the ones that helped you build your brand. And what did you just do? You shit all over them. So the other thing is, Erica, great question. And I applaud these questions. You guys, please DM me. I will pick up the phone and have a conversation with you. Yes, I still think that this industry is very valid. You have long-standing companies that have been around for 50, 60, 70 years. They're still out there. They're growing. Not at the rate that a lot of people would see. Some have plateaued, some have fallen off, but they've been prepared for times like this. This is what a true company and business does. I mean, you look at, and I'm going to use Pepsi and Coke as an example because everybody knows who they are, right? Pepsi's sales were in the shit, right? Coke was crushing them. And so, you know what, and again, this goes back to make sure you know who your corporate staff is. If you're going to look at another network marketing company, let me back up here for a second before I finish this, because this just came to mind, is that one, if you're looking at a network marketing company, make sure they're in good legal standing. It does not mean that they have not been sued. They might have been sued, okay? Which is, it's okay, but you have to look at the details of the lawsuit, because here's the thing is that every company that has been a disruptor, they've been sued. But what are the parameters around the lawsuit? Was it just somebody who was, like what they're saying about me, I was a pissed off market partner? I could give 3 shits about my commissions from that company. I want restitution for my team. That's what I want. I want restitution for my team because based on all of the receipts that I have the mathematical formulations, okay? All right. So anyways, we're talking about validity in network marketing. Yes, there are still great companies out there. Yes, are there some startups that I shied away from that? We were approached to, go to a couple of different startups. No, I wanted something that was established, that had a great track record. That's what you need to look for. Look for the niche market product. Look at their corporate staff. Who are they? What have they done in their past? What is their background? What is their claim to fame? What is their success? Okay? That's the second thing that you look for. Niche market product. They have to have a niche market product that nobody else has with the proven science behind it. Okay? You can't go out there and say, oh, we have the best product, or we have this niche market, this niche market product without actually having validity behind it. Trademarks, patents, those are good. Patent pendings, those are awesome, right? You've got to look at the leadership. Man, this is probably one of the most important decisions that you can make. Don't sign up with somebody just because they're your buddy. Sign up with them and have a discerning business mind, looking at all of these different factors, right? Okay, so look at that. The company, there's great companies out there that are decades old, and right now they're in momentous growth, right? Because they have really cool products that work. Go figure. Okay, so you want to look at that. You want to look at your leadership. That's going to be key, right? What has the leader done? Who are they? Are they committed to their team? Do they show up? Do they make room for everybody at the table? Or are they looking at people just as a paycheck? Or when you're looking at those people and you're interviewing people that are a part of their team, what do they have to say about that person? That's going to be huge. Okay. So, yes, you know, in my 10 years that I was at my former company, I had people that resigned and rejoined under somebody else for that purpose. Okay, that person has to be a person of service. They have to be hands-on. They have to be, you know, honored. And you guys, I've always said this, there's room, there's inclusion. There's room for everybody at this table, right? And then the other thing is that, you know, their payouts. Okay, you should never have to work harder to make the same amount of money that you came in to start with, or you have to look at, you know, what is their track record of, do they reduce CV? What do they account for PV? And I mean, let me back up. PV is your personal volume. CV is your commissionable volume. Okay, so those are all things. And then what's your overall volume or your group volume? So you have to look at that, and you have to look at the percentages that are being paid out. Every single time you make a sale, you've got to know your numbers. And that is my other thing, you guys. Transparency. You've got to have transparency in this industry. This is so very important, because if you don't have transparency and they're not answering questions, or they're giving you some kind of canned response, why? Okay, so if that's you and you're in a current network marketing company, you may have been a part of my team, you know, that we were just a part of, 7-8 weeks ago? Ask yourself these questions, guys. Okay, and I am going to tell you right now, I see the writing on the wall for a lot of these companies. They're either going to file bankruptcy, they're either going to go direct to affiliate or direct to consumer and bypass everybody, or they're going to close their doors. So those are the three choices. So if any of these things are raising red flags, or it's your intuition, please, for the love of God, trust yourself. Okay? Trust yourself. And if you need to have a conversation with me, you're going to get it raw and real. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but I am tired of companies taking advantage of people like us that love this industry, that work their asses off, and that show up every single fucking day. Because that's what it takes, right? I don't care. I don't care if you have a brick and mortar. I don't care if you're in network marketing. I don't care if you have your own business. At the end of the day, you still got to show up no matter what. So you guys, that was kind of my soapbox. It was kind of long, but you know what? I needed to get it off my chest. I've been playing quiet for a long time, but I'm going to tell you guys is that for the love of God, no matter what happened, I don't care if you were in Q, Saint, Rodan and Fields, if you were a part of our former organization, or you're moving on to something else, if it stinks for a reason. So, Julie, you're not, I'm sorry. There's so many people that have come to me that, you know, they were never paid out their bonuses or their last paycheck. It's actually really, really sad. But that is their decision. It does not, none of this, let me just say this. None of this is a reflection of you. Not a gosh darn thing. The reflection of you is if you know what's going on and you're not being truthful about it. Okay? But also at the same time, please, guys, don't let a bad situation, a shitty company or a shitty leader, because there's a lot of good people out here doing good work. And you know what? I can name probably 3 or 4 dozen people off the top of my head that I respect tremendously. Some of them have gone to other companies. Some of them are my friends that I know in other companies. Some of them are my friends and people that I've gotten to know over the course of the last year when, you know, a lot of this got a little bit rocky. And you guys, you know what? To be great, sometimes you have to go through these things, but also at the same time too, companies have to be on the up and up. They have to be the ones that are ethical, right? Because that's who they are. So, let me see. Yes, Jasmine. So I do appreciate that. I am always here for you guys. I am super excited to be still teaching, coaching, and training in network marketing. It's my freaking jam. It's what I love. It's my calling. It's what God put me here to do. And I am so proud that you guys can get all of my training information on our YouTube. It's youtube.com/effing simple. I have a lot of generic information. We're going to be doing all of that generic training through Fuel as an instructor, which if you want more information like that, you can absolutely hit me up in a DM. And you guys, I might have missed a lot of the comments. There were a ton of people commenting. Please message me. Let's have a conversation, because there's nothing more than I want to do than help you. That's it. All right, you guys. So I've been on here for a little over 20 minutes. I think I've said enough. And keep shining. And, you know, as one of my favorite mentors says, be a light, but keep shining. Go. Okay. It went to bad connection. Go, please. Spread kindness and love wherever you can, because we all need more of that. All right, you guys, take care. Mwah. Love you. Bye-bye.